Today, I am ranking every Brawl Stars mutation from worst to best. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe because I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can get my own creator code in Brawl Stars. But without further ado, let's start the video. The worst mutation has to be Rosa's mutation. It only spawns bushes around her when she uses her super, which is not good at all because it only goes one tile out. And it's not terrible, but it's definitely the worst on this list. The second to worst one on this list has to be Mandy's because it only shoots 2 extra sugar rays, which sounds good, but unless you have 3 enemies lined up like that, it's not really going to do much. It's not bad, but it definitely isn't good. And another one that's not good is Leon's. His whole thing is being sneaky. His super is him going invisible. But with his mutation, when he goes invisible with his super, it spawns 2 clones around him, which give away his location. Just because it gives away his location doesn't mean it's terrible, because he still gets 2 clones, which is not bad at all. Shelly's mutation isn't bad, but I'm putting her at the top of this list just because it's annoying and it doesn't do very much for her. Her whole mutation is just firing twice when she shoots once, which isn't terrible, but I wouldn't say it's amazing or even close to being the best. That's why she's so low on this list. B's mutation is not bad, but it's really not that good either. It's very mid. Now, it's a little worse than it is good, so it's not in the middle of this list, but let's talk about her mutation. Every time B uses her main attack, she spawns 1 rattled hive projectile around her, which, just like Shelly's mutation, is annoying but not that good. So we're going to put her right here on this list. In this spot, we're going to put Janet. And I don't know if you guys can see a theme or not, but a lot of these mutations that are low on this list are annoying and not that good. Now, Janet's is better than B's and Shelly's, I think, so that's why she's higher on this list. And her mutation allows her to shoot double the bombs whenever she's in the sky using her super, which is not bad per se, but it's just not as good as some of the other ones that are coming up. This may sound a little weird, but Gale's mutation is all about his balls being smaller but more plentiful. I know it sounds weird, but that's the best description I can give of it. And what does this mean? Well, it means that his main attack is wider than his super attack. It's so wide that you can hit some pretty crazy clips with it. Bo's mutation is pretty good. It allows them to have unlimited mines on the battlefield. But what makes this one annoying is that his super charges faster. You've probably had a hard time getting away from Bo's mines, and when there's unlimited and it charges faster, there's no way you can escape. Something else you should be scared of not getting away from is Squeak's super with his mutation. It's an absolute nightmare to get away from because his bloms are as big as his normal bloms. And on top of that, his super charges faster. Sometimes the scariest things in life are in Brawl Stars. One example might be Grom's bombs. And if you're scared of that, you'll be scared of his mutation. His super now goes in every single direction when you have his mutation, which is crazy, and you have no chance of escaping it. The only chance of escape is living it. Next up on the list, we have Belle. Now, for Belle's mutation, she has to hit someone with her main attack for it to work. Because her whole mutation is when she hits someone, it spreads into 5 different shots on impact. You don't want to be around your teammate when they get hit. Next up on the list is Sprout. And for Sprout's mutation, it shoots 2 seeds instead of just 1. A summary of his mutation would be it makes him a farm for supers. Sprout may shoot 2 seeds, but Penny shoots 2 cannons, which is more annoying than you might think. Next on the list, we have Buzz, and I don't really like his mutation, but a lot of people seem to, so that's why I'm putting him higher on the list. And for his mutation, his super's range is increased. It's not terrible, but it's not the best, so I think this is the perfect spot for him. Next up is Poco. For his mutation, he heals himself and his teammates every 5 seconds when he gets hit. I think it's pretty good, but it's more satisfying than it is powerful. Next up is Bonnie, and her mutation is kind of like Mandy's. Every time she shoots, when she's in her cannon, it shoots 3 different shots. What makes this even better, though, is that when she shoots herself from her cannon and hits someone, it stuns them. Next is Lola, and hers is pretty good. When she spawns clones, she spawns 2 clones. And if you add her star power with it, it makes it basically unstoppable. You'll never run out of clones, ever. El Primo is faster and tankier than ever with his mutation. It gives him a lot more health. And his super has basically no airtime. This is where it starts to get crazy though. With infinite ammo and breaking walls, you're gonna want to stick around for this. The next crazy brawler is Pam. If you thought she was good, use her mutation. You'll see how overpowered it really is. Next is Eve, who spawns 2 of her babies every time she gets hit. It's pretty crazy, and if you get the mutation, you're going to want to use it. Next is Crow, and his is really good. Every time he throws his daggers, they return to him, so you have a chance to double your damage. Next up is Max. I think Crow's might be better than hers, but a lot of people seem to disagree, so that's why I'm putting her higher up. Hers is the same as Pam's, so she just has unlimited ammo. Next up, we have Ash, whose is actually really good. He spawns a lot more rats whenever he uses his super. You guys probably know that Piper is the best sniper in the game, and she gets even better when you use her mutation, which lets her fire her sniper twice in one shot. Almost the same as Piper's, but better, we have Brock's mutation, which lets him shoot 2 rockets. This one is actually crazy. You can do massive amounts of damage without even missing. Next up is Colt, who has increased range and can destroy terrain. This one's really good and probably way better than you think. Alright, we're getting close to top 10 now, and the next one up is Nita, which is really good. For Nita's mutation, she spawns 2 Bruces, and if you pair this with the hypercharge, it's just outstanding. Next up is Ruff's mutation, who has currently been breaking the game. For his mutation, his lasers bounce off walls and it adds 1 extra projectile. Our first brawler in top 10 is Hank. Hank's mutation is so good that it's been breaking heist mode. And if you haven't seen my video about it, go check it out because it's pretty cool. For Hank's mutation, he shoots water in multiple directions when he gets hit. And it can deal massive amounts of damage if you hit every time. In the number 9 slot, we have Stu. In the hands of a good player, Stu can go absolutely crazy. If you pair him with the right star power and gadgets, then you'll definitely win a lot of games. For his mutation, he has an infinite super. If you combine Spike's mutation with Curveball, then it'll be almost as unavoidable as hitting that subscribe button. Well, almost. Because Spike's mutation allows him to double the spikes he shoots. If you're playing with Rico's mutation, your balls are going to be bouncing like crazy. And if you're using the right gadgets and star power, who knows how far your balls can go. It's similar to Ruff's lasers, but way better. If you hate Tick, you probably hate him even more now because of his mutation, which, just like Nita's mutation, spawns 2 more of his heads. It's similar to Nita's, but actually way better. Like, who doesn't want more heads? Frank has been made even more of a tank. He has more speed, and he can break walls with his main attack. Honestly, Frank could be so much better if he got buffed with more speed, but I guess the mutation will have to do. In the number 4 slot, we have Melody. Her mutation isn't that good, but if you pair it with the fact that she's the best brawler in the game right now, then it makes her pretty broken, because all it does is spawn 2 extra notes around her. Coming in at number 3 is Carl, and do note that I'm ranking them on how they were when they got released, because I know Carl got a nerf. But for Carl's mutation, he gets increased speed when using his super, and his pickaxe is also faster, which is pretty broken, so it takes the number 3 spot. Number 2 is Angelo. He was already an insane brawler by himself, but when you pair it with his 3 shots with his mutation, you know he's crazy. If he hits all 3 shots, he can literally one-shot Frank. In the number 1 spot, we have Meg. You literally can't miss with her if you have her mutation. She has like the biggest projectile ever, and if you miss, you probably just started the game, or you're just not very good. I don't know. Alright, that is going to do it for my video today, guys. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get my own creator code in Brawl Stars. Go watch my latest video, keep on brawling, and I'll see you out there. Peace.